Hi, welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Why travel medical insurance is essential. No one wants to get sick while on vacation, and an illness or injury can be one of the most devastating events that can happen during a trip. Travel medical insurance is designed to help in these cases. It is especially important if you are traveling outside the country, where your US health plan may have limited or no coverage. And Medicare doesn't cover health care outside the US except in very narrow cases. What is travel medical insurance? Travel medical insurance pays for emergency medical expenses during a trip. If you are traveling and have an unexpected illness, injury, or medical condition that is covered by your travel medical insurance, the plan will reimburse you up to the plan limits. Travel medical insurance pays reasonable and customary charges for bills such as ambulance service, doctor bills, hospital and operating room charges, X-rays, examinations, treatments, lab tests and anesthetic drugs and medicines, dental care, but check for special limits on the dental payouts such as $500. Generally, there are two forms of travel medical insurance. Stand-alone medical insurance plans. These plans cover emergency medical and dental expenses you incur while traveling. However, a stand-alone medical plan does not include other travel insurance coverage such as trip cancellation insurance or baggage coverage. As part of a comprehensive travel insurance plan, in addition to emergency medical benefits, a comprehensive travel insurance plan can package coverage for trip cancellation, trip delay, emergency medical evacuation, baggage loss, and more. It is the best way to cover a host of potential problems. Travel medical insurance is for medical emergencies while traveling, like a sprained ankle while sightseeing. It does not cover non-emergency or elective procedures. It is not intended for experimental medical treatment in a foreign country, explains Carol Muller, Vice President at Berkshire Hathaway Travel Protection. It is designed for travelers who face medical or dental emergencies and require care and treatment while traveling. Does travel medical insurance cover COVID? There are actually many travel medical plans available that include COVID-related medical expenses, but since not all do, it is important to verify COVID coverage before buying a plan if it's a priority for you. COVID medical coverage will fall under the limits of the plan's travel medical insurance. It can cover any medical costs associated with contracting COVID during your trip, including doctor bills, medication, and hospitalization. Additional travel insurance benefits, such as travel delay insurance, can cover the extra cost of COVID quarantines. For example, if you contract COVID during a trip and have to extend your stay because of your quarantine, your travel insurance plan can reimburse you for the extra cost, assuming the plan includes COVID coverage. See for best advices rating of the best pandemic travel insurance plans for more information. What are the different types of travel medical insurance policies? When you are buying travel medical insurance, it is important to know the difference between those coverage types. Primary versus secondary medical coverage. Travel medical insurance can be primary or can be secondary coverage. It is depending on the plan. If it is primary, it will pay out before any other health insurance you have. If you have health insurance and buy travel medical insurance as secondary coverage, your own health plan must pay first. If you are traveling overseas and your U.S. health plan doesn't provide coverage, a travel medical plan that is secondary will essentially become primary coverage due to lack of other insurance. Single trip versus a multi-trip. How often you travel in a calendar year could be deciding factor between these two coverage types. Here is the difference between the two. Single trip coverage. Single trip coverage begins when you leave your home and travel to your destination or destinations and ends when you return home. The plan covers you for the duration of your trip. For example, you could purchase a single trip plan for a 4-week European vacation where you visit several different countries. Multi-trip coverage, also known as annual travel insurance. This covers you for a calendar year and is good for travelers who take 3 or more trips per year. For example, you could take a trip to Italy, come home for several weeks, then travel to Germany, come home, then take off to Mexico. Getting to a better location. You also want to consider emergency medical evacuation insurance. This pays for you to get the nearest adequate medical facility or even back home, depending on your condition. For example, if you are vacationing in a remote part of the world, this would be essential coverage to have. Medical evacuation back to the U.S. can cost more than $50,000 according to the U.S. Department of State. Be aware of your travel insurance policy's rules for evacuation. For example, some policies might pay to transport you back to the U.S. only after you have been hospitalized for 7 days following a medical emergency. What is not covered by travel medical insurance? What is covered and excluded by a travel medical insurance plan will depend on the travel insurance company. Here are some common exclusions. Pre-existing conditions. How pre-existing conditions are covered will vary by travel insurance company, and one insurer might define a pre-existing condition differently than the next. Some insurance companies will take a look at your post-medical history to determine if a condition was present during a period that could range from 90 days to 1 year ago, depending on the policy. Travel insurance plans will generally cover pre-existing conditions as long as you buy your plan within a couple of weeks after you make your first trip deposit. Buying your plan right away lets you lock in a pre-existing condition exclusion waiver. For example, Allianz Travel requires you to meet the following requirements before it will cover expenses due to a pre-existing medical condition. Your policy was purchased within the time frame specified by your plan, for example, within 14 days of the initial trip payment. You were a U.S. resident when you purchased the policy. You were medically able to travel when you purchased the policy. On the policy purchase date, you insured the full non-refundable cost of your trip with Allianz Global Assistance. Any subsequent non-refundable costs must be insured within 14 days of their purchase. If you fail to do so, those expenses will be excluded under the pre-existing medical condition exclusions. Intoxication and drug use. Travel medical insurance typically won't cover emergency medical costs due to intoxication or drug use. For example, if you become intoxicated and fall off a balcony, your travel medical insurance won't cover the cost of your injuries. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe.